story. So it starts with me, and I'm 8 years old, and we live secretly in a condemned house, the yellow house on the hill. There's no doorknob on the front door, and when we are robbed, we can't report it. Now there is no hob, so my mother cooks dinner on a propane-powered camping stove. She portions the food onto 2 plates, one for my brother and one for me. And my brother, he's too young to understand why my mother's not eating, but not me. See, we don't have enough food for 3. I feel guilty for eating, and that guilt manifests as physical pain. So food is guilt is pain. What you need to understand is that fat is strongly correlated with class. And that fat children often come from working class families, hard-working families who are struggling to make ends meet. Healthy food is usually expensive, and our neighborhood was not safe enough to play outside unsupervised. Fat people are often called gluttonous, lazy, greedy, slobs. You can't judge a book by its cover. You don't know my story. You don't know my mother. My fat body isn't a sign that she neglected me. That's the reason little Anna Maria Regino was torn from her family. She was placed into the system where it was thought she would lose weight, but she didn't because she's naturally fat. They returned her to her home, but the damage was done. Now as a teenager, she speaks out against the practice of removing fat children from their families as ineffective and devastating, but she's not the only one. A quick search reveals countless news stories of obese children ripped from their families, but their weight doesn't change. Now those children will forever believe that their bodies are broken, shameful, unworthy of love. Now fast forward a few years and I'm 12 years old, and I weigh 12.5 stone. Now I'm sitting in science class, but the teacher is late. Becky, the most popular girl in school, she gets up and walks over to me. She slaps me across the face so hard that my cheek swells up, red with her handprint, and she tells me, "That's for being ugly." And that night I go home and I write in my diary a promise to myself. If I ever allow myself to weigh over 14 stone, I will kill myself. Luckily I broke that promise and found the strength to survive my bullies. Bullies can make you feel like there's no way out, like you are drowning in darkness, like life is only pain. And my heart breaks to know that Brian Head felt that way. In one of his poems, he wrote that he was an insignificant thing, something to be traded, mangled, and mocked. And for years, he was teased about being fat. And at age 15, he took his life. So did Samuel Graham, and Haley Ventures, and April Himes, and Kelly Yeomans. And I want you to weep with me and bear witness to these tragedies, these children whose lives were lost because of bullying and prejudice and hate. Now, I want to bring you to present day. And I'm 31 and I weigh 16.5 stone. And I finally feel comfortable in my own fat body. But I know so many people that have had weight loss surgery that I've lost count. See, to me, weight loss surgery is just code for stomach amputation, internal organ mutilation. Some of my family members are being encouraged to have it done, and I'm scared because I don't want to lose them. I can't imagine the grief and the pain that the family of Anna Renteria must have gone through. She was 33 and 17 stone when she had weight loss surgery, and she died 10 days later. The surgery was a death sentence for Willie Brooks, Susan Barnes, Laura Fatro, Tamara Walter, Paula Rajeski, Tracy Korkmaz, Doreen Kostel, Claire White, Kim Swan, and the list goes on and on. This is a medically sanctioned massacre, and I want you to be angry. I want you to be angry because I am angry. I'm so fucking angry. Because stigma and oppression and prejudice and hate are deadly. They are killing people. People like you and people like me. But I want to take this sadness and anger and pain and I want to do something about it. I want to change the world with you. And I want to start right now. Are you ready? I want you to turn to someone and tell them something wonderful. Tell them that they are enough, that they are worthy of love, that they deserve a life that's joyful and free of prejudice. Go on. Thing to ask you to do. Stop hating your body. Thank you.